Alright, Shalom to the elect. I want to start by giving all the praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh is the one the world ignorantly calls God. Yah means he, and Yahweh means to be or exist. So Yahweh's name means he is, or he to be, or he exists. Right? Yahweh is not a so-called white man, he is a so-called black man. Bahashem means in the name, Ba means in, Ha means done, Shem means name. Right? Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Messiah. Right? Yahweh Shai's name means he is the Savior, or he is the deliverer. Yah meaning he, and Yahweh Shai meaning save or deliver. Alright, if I didn't mention already, he's also a so-called black man. Bahashem once again meaning in the name, and Rakha Qadash meaning Holy Spirit. Rakha meaning spirit, and Qadash meaning holy. So I said, I want to give all praise. So I said, all praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, ever well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. And the title of this lesson is, Until the Cities Be Wasted Without Inhabitant. Alright, and this lesson comes from a conversation I had with Jake the other day. You know, and they were pretty much, wanted to know about the truth, but, you can see that, they're blind. There's, a lot of Jake is still blinded to the truth. And it's set up that way. That they're not supposed to get it. Alright? Because ultimately, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai doesn't want them to get it. Alright? But to this very day, even to this very day in 2024, alright? However long until the destruction comes, the majority of Jake is blinded to the truth. You would think with all this information and knowledge going out, and the videos brothers making, you would think that, Salaki, let me just turn the light on, man. Salaki, let me just turn the light on. Salaki, alright? But, yeah, with all this information and stuff going out, alright, you would think Jake would know something about the truth, you would think that they would, understand and recognize who they are, etc. But to this very day, a lot of Jake is still blinded. So I'm gonna start here. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, starting at verse 9. And he said, "Go and tell this people, the Israelites, hear ye indeed, but understand not." Right? So the majority of our people, right? They can hear the words of the Lord. They hear us preaching, right? They hear these things, okay? However, it says, but understand not, right? So the Lord is pretty much meant for them to not understand the truth, So here it is, they're blinded, man. And that's a really bad thing, because here it is, you don't even know who you are. All right, you think you black, Hispanic, all right? Native American, etc., Latino, Latina, the majority, vast majority of Israelites to this very exact day, all right, are still blinded to the truth. Now they may have seen us, right? I'll keep reading. It says, "And see ye indeed," right? Because they see us outside, holding the posters and stuff like that, and also they see the things going on in the world, but what? It says, but perceive not. Yeah, they don't have the knowledge to understand what's going on. Alright? They don't have the knowledge to understand these different things. You see? Verse 10, make the heart, which heart in the Hebrew is lab, which means mind. Make the mind of this people fat. Right? Pretty much the Lord has a spiritual fatness around the majority of our people's minds. Okay? It's like a spiritual block, all right, that the Lord has put on our people's minds to stop them from getting the truth. You might, like I think Apostle Ramlab said, you might break it down to them ABC style, but they still don't want to get it, or they still won't get it. They might have a blank stare on their face. That's them being blocked. You seeing them being blocked from the truth. I've seen Jake have a blank stare, all right? And even if they just don't want to believe it, it's ultimately because the Lord does not want them. You see, he says, make the heart or mind of this people fat, and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. So ultimately, once again, the masses of the Israelites are blinded to the truth. Verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? So how long are these Israelites going to be blinded to the truth? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. See? So all the way until the destruction comes. That's how long Jacob's going to be blinded to this truth. Alright? You know, Jacob's going to be blinded all the way until when that nuclear destruction happens. Alright? You know, and once again I said, you know, this lesson comes off of a conversation I had with Jake the other day. You know, it's like, come on, man. Like, you know, I was just like, how do you, in my head, I'm like, how you not know this? How you not, how have you never heard of this before? You know, how is this new to you? Okay? I was talking with a so-called Puerto Rican man, you know, and he just didn't get it. He was trying to understand, and he was listening, you know, but Jake just don't get it. All right, he was listening, you know. I think he might have been picking it up. All right, but you know, it's up to the Lord ultimately. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people doth not consider. See? So the majority of people, they don't know that they're the Israelites. You know, they don't even know what tribe they come from. All right, they don't even know who the Israelites are. You know, they're blinded. They in all these different religions. You see, because they're seeking for the truth, but the Lord only allowed the elect to understand the truth. He only gave the elect the truth. Okay, which are the elect of the Israelites. Okay, he only allowed, you know, these men to understand the truth. Okay, he only allowed them to understand the truth. All right, and it's crazy because here it is, we in the last hours, all right, of Esau's rulership, right, and here it is, this devil, you know, he's about to come down with great wrath. All right, and Jake ain't gonna know what's going on. He ain't gonna know what's going on. He just gonna know that, oh shit, there's chaos happening, and just try to survive. You see, he not gonna know what to expect, nothing. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is his treasure. You see? And wisdom, knowledge of the scriptures, of this truth, the 100% doctrine, which is the doctrine GMS teaches, right? That's what's going to keep you stable when all hell breaks loose and when chaos ensues. Okay? That's gonna keep you, you know, stable. You're not gonna be freaking out like everybody else, you know. See, but people are scared of the unknown, as the saying goes, you know. So here it is, you know, it is a blessing to have this truth. This is part of what's gonna make an elect man more precious than fine gold when Jacob's trouble happens. You're gonna have Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah on the side first and foremost, and then he's also gonna have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right, you know. See, but Jake in the world, they're not going to have anything. All right, they're not going to have nothing. Their money that they work so hard for and killed over, you know, that's all Jake really interested in. You know, that and clothes and shit like that. You know, that stuff isn't going to benefit them when all hell. What about when all hell breaks loose? What about then? Jake ain't thinking about this. You know, well, what would I do if such and such happened? Huh? My money wouldn't work. The clothes that I have wouldn't benefit me. So what would I do? You know, because I mean, look at the news, man. You don't see that stuff is about to start turning up. They're talking about, you know, the MP OX. All right. You know, that's what they're talking about. You know, they declared it a national health emergency, national Slock out. It might have been international. You know, the World Health Organization. All right. You know, they declared that. You know, who knows if this is them starting up again? It very well could be them starting up again, man. You know, starting up again to you know, bring on hell. You know, this might could be Jacob's trouble. All right, because remember they started, you know, with the C-19 back then in 2019, 2020. All right, 2020 really. You know, that's what they started. They started back then, right? So what this is, you know, and that was like a trial run. All right, see how things react. You know, so now when it happens again, you know, they already kind of got a game plan. You know, it just seems like that, you know, because 2020 that was like a trial run. All right, this is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, which is all mankind, all peoples everywhere, and of the sea, for the devil, which is the so-called white man. All right, not some spiritual. It was like it, not some red man with a pitchfork. All right, and a pointy tail. No, it's talking about the so-called white man. You know, the elites. Okay, which a lot of the elites are Edomites. All right, it says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. All right, yeah, they gonna come down having. This is prophecy. This is in the book of Revelation. All right, not saying that there's not other prophecies elsewhere in the Bible. There's prophecies all over the Bible, man. All right, even back in the, you know, within the first 5 books of the Bible, there's prophecy about the end days. All right, for example, Amalek, it says his latter end shall be that he perish forever. That's in the kingdom, you see. But regarding this right here, because the devil has come down unto you having great wrath. You know, this so-called white man is going to start, you know, locking stuff down again. His concentration camps is going to open up and haul people off to. You know, he's going to do all these things. You know, and people are not ready for that. So, and you jakes out there, you're going to be blinded. You still going to be blinded to the truth. You ain't going to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help you. You see? Let me get a precept. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 2. And starting in verse 6, for the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. All right. So, the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, he laid up sound wisdom, knowledge, and understanding within these scriptures. All right, but you know the majority of Jake, they don't even want to read the Bible. They don't read the Bible. You know, they do. They don't understand it unless it's taught to them. All right, they don't understand it correctly unless it's taught to them. You see? Salakia. Oh, Salakia. Alright, but, you know, Jake ain't gonna have none of this when all hell breaks loose. See, when when society collapses and everything stops, then, like a brother said, the elect are gonna be the kings of the chessboard. They're gonna know how to operate and how to move. You know, they're gonna know how to handle different situations. Alright? Why? Because they have wisdom. Wisdom is how you move with knowledge. You know, knowledge is what you know. And what do the elect know? What's one thing that the elect know? The scriptures. And wisdom is, you know, how you move with that knowledge. Apply, you know? So, hey. See, but as for Jake and the world, they're just gonna go off of instinct. You know, trying to survive. You see? So, you know, it's really, you know, all the Lord's movie. Alright, but hey, Jake is going to be blinded until this place gets destroyed. Right? This is the book of Romans. Actually, let me get this. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. You see, this truth is hid. It's hid to those that are lost. You know, if they can't get it, it's because they're lost. All right. No, they're not meant to get it. Right? And that's the thing, Jake in the world, man, it'd be surprising because here does he know about all this stuff going on in the world. They start talking about it, even on a certain type of level how brothers talk about it, how we talk about it, we talk about smart cities and stuff like that, etc. All right, Jake in the world be talking about that stuff too, but here it is, they don't know the truth. It's like, how do you not know? They blinded. They're blinded to the truth. You see, so we really don't gotta keep going back and forth with Jake, with these Israelites, these so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Native American, and Seminole Indians, and Mexicans. We don't have to keep going back and forth, really. All right, because ultimately this is for the elect. All right, this truth is really for the elect, man. All right, it's not for every, the whole world. You see, and that's how that proves Christianity is a false doctrine. Because Christianity, here, how is how is the gospel supposed to be for everybody when the scriptures clearly say if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, blind their minds, make the heart of the people fat, How is Christianity the truth then? If it's for everybody, because there's millions of people that believe in Christianity. You see, this is the book of Luke, chapter 9 and verse 5, and it says, "And whosoever will not receive you when you go out of that city, shake off the very dust from your feet for testimony against them." Actually, let me get this. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 14. "And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet." See? So, hey, if they don't want to hear us, shit, okay, go about your day. Go about your business. They don't want to hear us. Well, they're just going to have to, meet their fate. Then the Lord is going to sin against them. However it may come. It may come by a strange apparition. It may come by famine, which is harsh, real harsh. It may come by the sword, which the sword don't got to be a literal sword, which it can be, all right, but it can also be a gun, somebody shooting you, all right, you getting caught up in a concentration camp, being tortured, etc., man, all types of ways, man, okay, or even the nukes, all right, so, and the thing I was telling, Jake, I mean, but he had, he was getting it, man, a little bit, but, it's just, it's just wild to see that Jake is really still blinded. I mean, it's what the scriptures say, so it's not really all that wild, but, Jake is really still blind to the truth. In 2024, going into 2025, it's more than halfway through the year. We're just over halfway through the so-called, New Year, all right? Jake's still blinded, man. So it really is a blessing. So let me just end it with this. Jake really, all this knowledge and wisdom understanding out here, all right, that's been getting pushed out for years. That's the thing. The thing is, Jake hears about it, but Jake don't believe it. These scriptures are literally telling you what goes on in your world, all right, the very earth that you live in, different things happening in it, and more. Okay, there's no other book that can be paired with the Bible. There's no other book on the same level as the Bible, man. Not the Quran, that stupid ass book. All right, not the Book of Mormon, not the Book of the Dead, Book of Jubilees, Book of Enoch, etc. The Bible reigns supreme. Okay, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, starting in verse 9. "Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?" Because Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, when he was on the earth, he was speaking to the masses sometimes in parables. All right, he wasn't, it's pretty much like a story, but it has a meaning to it. All right, a spiritual meaning. It has a meaning to it. All right, that's how Yahushua would speak to the masses sometimes. All right. So the disciples came up to him and asked him, like, why do you speak to them in parables? And here's his response, verse 11. "He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. And that might be less in the title, but to them it is not given. I think with the first one, I like the first one. However, it said in Isaiah 6:11. All right, but you know, Jake is through. Jake is through, man. The message of Jake is through. Their judgment is sealed, and that's only a matter of time till it happens. That's scary, man. You have a judgment awaiting you. That's scary. That's scary. You ain't gonna die a peaceful death. So you living until you meet that point, which is going to be harsh. And the Lord knows. The Lord knows who is going to die, how they're going to die. It's just the fact of the matter, man. When Jake want to scoff and mock and everything, I don't know if I said I'm gonna end it, but let me get this. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 36 and verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and despised his words. See, that's what Jake do. He love to laugh and mock. Look at y'all on the street corners. You sound stupid. Be quiet. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. And whatever else they say. We'll look at y'all in dresses, etc., etc. When this is actually goes back to your very own culture, you simple black little nigga. All right, I love saying that those words put together like that, because that's what these stupid ass retarded niggas is. They call themselves black. All right, which goes on to mean evil, wicked. And hey, they are. So not but they don't know who they are is what I'm saying. And I call them that. All right, but pretty much, Jake is just void of understanding, man. They don't understand that these garments that we have are literally part of their own culture, because they Israelites as well. All right, but hey, it says, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai arose against his people till there was no remedy. See, and that's about to happen again. All right, and this happened back during the Babylonian, and when the Babylonians were taking Jake over. This is verse 17 to prove it. It says, therefore he brought upon him the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon young man or maiden, old man or him that has stooped for age. He gave them all into his hand. All right. This is when the Babylonians came and got us pretty much. All right. But Jake doing this all over again, still mocking the messengers of the Lord. All right. But however, the wrath of the Lord is about to arise against Jake once and for all. And this time it's going to be that's spiritual, because here it is. It's going to be the last time that something like this ever happens to Jake. But it's going to be like no other. It's a time called Jacob's trouble. Check that out. Literally called Jacob's trouble. Jacob is in the Hebrew it says trouble to Jacob, because the hell that's coming is for the majority of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, and Seminole Indians. All right, it's for the majority. This time this trouble is coming for you. There's judgment upon you. Okay. You can feel something in the air about to happen. You can feel society collapsing. You can feel bad times are coming. It's coming for you. All right, it's coming for you. The Lord is the one sending it, because the Lord controls good and bad. He creates he creates peace and evil in evil. I'm gonna prove it. This is the book of Isaiah. And I know Jake ain't gonna listen to this, but it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. You see? So the Lord does create. He creates the peace and evil. And he's about to bring evils upon the whole world. All right? But, hey, Jake don't listen. Jake is going to continue to be blinded, So, hey, it is a blessing, brothers, to have this truth and this knowledge, this wisdom. Stick with it. All right? But, So that's pretty much the lesson, man. It's just, once again, it's crazy to see that Jake is still blinded to the truth in 2024. You know? Hey, with that, giving all the praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone every well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom to the elect.